Welcome to the coldest inhabited place on Earth. Yakutia is a land of extreme contrasts, where temperatures drop to minus 60 degrees Celsius, and the wild taiga stretches for thousands of miles. This is Yakutia Outdoors, the official English version of the most popular hunting and fishing community in Yakutia. This channel is your window into the authentic life of a Siberian hunter. No scripts, no fakes, just the raw struggle and breathtaking beauty of the far north. Subscribe to follow our journey. For a Yakut hunter, autumn is the most critical time of the year. The season opens for meat harvest and valuable fur trapping. But the ultimate prize is the moose, the giant of the north and the largest beast in Yakutia. Welcome to the remote village of Dikimdia. Meet Ayal Kirillin. He comes from a long line of hunters. For over 10 years, he and his brothers have managed these wild grounds. It is the last evening of September. Ayal and his brother Mikhail are packing their gear. We're heading out to the woods early tomorrow morning for a week-long hunting trip. The Kirillin brothers are descendants of ancient reindeer herders and horsemen. Survival in the wild is in their blood. They know the habits of every animal here. But the most important rule is respect. Before we step into the forest, Mikhail performs a sacred ritual. He places an offering at the roots of an ancient tree, a gift for the spirits of the forest. In Yakutia, we believe the spirits are always watching. Without their blessing, there is no hunt.
We just left the village, and we stopped here at the fork. We are heading that way. Our hunting grounds are over there. We have to go about 30 miles. The road is bad, pure mud. So we will have to move slow and careful.
In early autumn, the ground is not frozen yet. The roads are broken and muddy. In this season, a good horse is the hunter's most important partner. But there are 3 of us, and only 2 horses. Ayal insists on walking. He gave up his saddle to me, the guest. He will walk the distance himself.
Let's drink some hot tea. This is the old, experienced dog. He teaches the young ones. A universal hunter. A Yakutian aboriginal. Our local breed. And this is Karemis, a purebred Malamute. My friends gave him to me. He is quite big and only good for moose hunting. He is 6 years old. These dogs are young. Their best hunts are still ahead, though they already have some experience. And this is Sokol. He is very young and inexperienced. A week ago, a friend from the city asked me to train him for hunting. This sign marks the border of our territory. Our hunting grounds cover about 89,000 acres. Here is the Chura River, which flows into the Sinya River. That is where we need to go. When we were kids, we used to walk this road for the summer hay harvest. And in the fall, just before school started, we walked it back home. Our parents let us go completely alone. Just 6th and 7th graders, without any fear, no guns, no protection at all. There weren't as many wild animals back then. Today, doing that is unimaginable. The woods are full of wild beasts now, especially bears. You can run into them right outside the village.
It has been nearly 6 hours since we left the village. We decided to stop by this lake in the pine forest to rest and have lunch.
We've reached Lake Sakha. In the spring, this place is full of ducks and geese. Locals hunt here. It's a great spot.
We still have a long way ahead of us, but Sakha is the first checkpoint where we can safely catch our breath.
This is a mushroom that grows on trees. Out here in the taiga, we brew it into a tea. It is incredibly healthy and healing. It is great for the stomach, calms the nerves, and is even known to fight off cancer. It grows on birch trees. You usually find it dried out like this. The bigger, older, and darker it is, the more powerful it becomes. Once it is brewed, you can drink this tea for 3 whole days.
The landscape of the mountain district where we are right now is a maze of rivers, lakes, and vast taiga wetlands. It is the perfect home for the moose. In the early 2000s, massive wildfires swept through this region. They left behind miles of fallen trees and dense, burned-out thickets. While these ruins make it incredibly difficult for hunters to navigate, they are a blessing for the wildlife. The rich, renewed soil and fresh vegetation growing from the ashes have caused the moose population to thrive.
The dogs found a spot where a moose marked his territory. He scraped the ground and marked it here. He passed through here about 2 days ago, right after the snow.
We pushed on a bit further, then decided to stop for a rest and some tea.
We see tracks everywhere. One moose passed near Sakha, and another one was just by the river.
Our rest is suddenly interrupted by the sound of barking.
Well done. Grandfather Bayane has blessed us. The dogs did an incredible job. We thank the Bayane, spirit of the hunt. This is a great stroke of luck. The beast left a trail, and the dogs took off. The terrain is brutal. It was hard on the dogs. The moose fought back hard. We could hear the dogs yelping in the heat of the struggle.
It's getting late and darkness is falling. We decided to take only the organ meats and a bit of fresh meat. We'll return for the rest tomorrow.
Look, a raven has arrived.
For a Yakut hunter, the raven is considered a messenger of the spirit of the hunt.
The raven is the hunter's best friend. It brings good luck and shows where the animal is hiding. We're expected to share part of our catch with it. The raven is happy. He is thanking us for the meal.
We reached the Karelin brothers' main base and hunting cabin only by nightfall.
After long treks, a difficult road, or after a hunt, you must let the horse cool down. Letting them graze immediately is dangerous. It can cause respiratory issues or illness. So you have to wait a couple of hours, and only then can you feed and water them. This is how horses are hardened for the wild.
While Mihail tends to the horses, Ayal starts on dinner.
We're making a soup from the moose organ meats. Here we have the heart, the kidneys, the liver, and the internal fat. Meat from a moose, a roe deer, or a reindeer, basically any wild animal, is very healthy. It gives you a lot of energy. You absolutely cannot eat the liver raw. The liver is the filter for the entire body. It can carry many different infections, like echinococcus. Moose are actually very common carriers of these parasites. So before cooking, you must check it very carefully. Also, never give raw liver to the dogs either. It must be cooked first. Everything's prepped. Now I'll start the fire and put the carrots and peppers in the water. Once it boils, I'll add the potatoes and then a little bit of noodles. It's going to be an excellent soup. I put all the vegetables in the bowl with the meat so they can all come to a boil and cook together. Our dogs are mostly simple, local mixed breed dogs, Yakutian dogs. They have curled up tails and broad foreheads. In our lands, people have kept dogs like these for hunting since ancient times. Training a dog is just like teaching a human. Some catch on quickly, some are slower, and some don't get it at all. To train a dog, you have to find an individual approach for each one. With some, a strict carrot and stick method works. But for others, that doesn't work. If you push too hard, the dog becomes cowardly. With those, you have to be clever and patient. You have to use your wits to tame them. Actually, a dog with hunting instincts stands out almost immediately. Even as a puppy in the forest, they already show sharp hearing, a strong sense of smell, and quick reactions. You must always feed a dog well and work with them constantly without being lazy. Then he will be a good hunter. Otherwise, the dog starts to lose its skills. We don't need that. We don't keep them for beauty or decoration. So the breed isn't important to us. What matters most is that the dog has the will, the brains, and the endurance. As for the horses, you have to be very gentle with them. You must make sure they don't get spooked. If a young horse gets scared and starts to break away, it won't be easy to harness them again. They can get out of hand, and sometimes people even give up on them after that.
You always have to train a horse, be clever with them, walk alongside them on foot, and so on. You must feed them well. If you plan to hunt on horseback, it requires a special level of care. You need to prepare their feed, oats and hay, in advance. Long before leaving for the taiga, you should keep the horse close to home for a while. And once you're in the forest, give them oats every morning. Only then can a horse endure everything the taiga throws at it. The soup is ready.
Early the next morning, we headed back to where we left yesterday's harvest to butcher it and bring it back to the hunting base. Since YouTube might consider these scenes too graphic or violent, I decided not to include the details here to avoid the video being flagged or blocked. After we returned, Il prepared his favorite dish using our harvest, moose liver wrapped in caul fat. It was incredibly delicious. In the days that followed, we went out into the forest every morning to scout the area. Unfortunately, those days were empty. But then, finally, luck smiled upon us once again.
This is a mature capercaillie, a successful hunt. If you bag a capercaillie first thing in the morning, the whole day will be lucky. It immediately lifts your spirits and keeps you sharp all day long. Our ancestors considered the capercaillie a major prize. They valued it very highly. This is how we set fish traps during the hunt to catch fish for the dogs. When a dog is well fed, it always has the strength to hunt. We catch minnows. They're an excellent food supplement for the dogs. There are no rivers nearby, only lakes, so there isn't much variety, and fish are scarce in general. But these minnows aren't just great food for the dogs. Sometimes we eat them ourselves, too.
Life in the taiga isn't just about hunting or getting meat. It's a test of your strength and your ability to listen to the forest. Out here, you realize you're not the master of nature, but a part of it. We try to keep our ancestors' traditions alive, care for our animals, and respect the spirit of the wild. That's the only way the forest opens up to you in return. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Take care of nature, and I'll see you on the next adventure.